Juvia is extremely scary. Like, yeah, this is something most of us already know. Mess with or hit on Grey, and you're gonna face the wrath of the Rain Woman. But what I'm talking about isn't Juvia's obsessive behavior, but her power. Juvia's magic is extremely broken and scary, heck, even nightmarish. And I'm not even joking. Most people just simply don't realize how horrifying Juvia's magic actually is. Juvia uses extremely advanced water magic. She can create water attacks, create rain, and most importantly, turn her own body into water. All these are pretty powerful in her hands. However, the most terrifying is definitely her ability to turn herself into water and move freely in that state. On the surface level, this seems like an average ability, but is really good for defense and mobility. Until you remember that she can crawl inside the enemy's body and explode them from the inside out. I'm not even kidding, she straight up did that during Tartarus. He killed one of the demons like that, creating one of the coolest moments in Fairy Tail in my opinion. The fact that she can just enter someone's body is insanely scary, like something straight out of a horror movie. And let's say she wouldn't be able to make someone explode from the inside out, because her opponent is just that powerful physically. She could still cook them from the inside out, as she also can create boiling water. Meaning if one option doesn't work, there is the other one that is just as much deadly. In fact, there is not just one or two ways for her to kill her opponents or damage her opponents from the inside out. There are way too many. She could fill someone's lungs, making them suffocate. And since she can control her own body, they wouldn't even be able to cuff her up. They would just die. She could also just grab onto organs and do internal damage, either by squishing the organs or cutting them with her water cutting magic. And the list just continues. In fact, she could even dilute someone's blood with water, as we've seen her giving blood transfusion to Grey with her power. So we know she can do it. And you might think, yeah, this all sounds scary and all. But no strong opponent will just allow something like this to happen. They wouldn't just stand there and take it. And you are right. Kinda. The thing is, if she would try to do this in direct combat, it most certainly wouldn't work most of the time, as they could dodge her attacks, or see it coming, or just resist it. But imagine if you are just walking down a path on a rainy day, and you step into a puddle on the ground. No reasonable person would expect the puddle to just expand out of the blue and crawl into your body through one of your many holes. So even if in direct combat it wouldn't work, or most of the time it wouldn't work, she could outright do sneak attacks in ways nobody would even expect. I can't stress enough how insanely powerful and scary Juvia's power actually is. The only thing keeping Juvia from murking people in the most gruesome ways possible is her own morality. If Juvia wouldn't be a nice person, she would be one of the most deadly and dangerous people in Fairy Tail. I mean, she already kinda is, but you get the point. In fact, I believe the reason she became sidelined heavily in terms of battles after Tartarus, because Mashima himself might have realized how broken he made her. Mashima was probably halfway through drawing the chapter when he realized that he just created a monster. Like Juvia was already broken with the ability to control the weather, what made her one of the strongest early characters. But this is just next level. If not for Juvia's own morality, she will drop bodies left and right. This also means that Juvia is actively holding back in each and every single fight she has, what makes her that much scarier. Imagine a Juvia who isn't holding back.